Good morning, my dear students. How are you doing? I hope everything is alright. I really miss you so much, my best student, grade 8. Today we'll start module 7 under the title of Mother Nature. Let's go to the student book page 89. First of all, let's have a look here on the discussion. First question, do you like spending time in nature? Why and why not? Second, what do you think are the most important environmental issues our planet is facing today? First of all, it's my own turn to reply to this question, then it's your own turn. First of all, the natural environment personally is the best place to be if you wish to relax your mind and get away from the hectic and pressure of everyday life. Second question, what do you think are the most important environmental issues our planet is facing today? Unluckily, there are actually quite a few. For example, global warming, deforestation, the rise in sea level, as well as land, sea, and air pollution are just a few of the serious environmental issues that our planet is facing today. And they are all important because all aspects of the natural environment are interconnected, which means that when one area is affected, so are the others. Now, read the expressions including the word nature in bold. Can you guess what they mean? 1. My parents are thinking about moving away from the city and going back to nature. 2. Jerry has lived all his life by the sea, so fishing comes as a second nature to him. 3. It's only human nature to be worried about environmental problems. 4. Kevin is a calm and relaxed person, so getting into argument isn't in his nature. 5. As a doctor, Julie deals with a lot of people, so it helps that she is a good-natured person. 6. The sailing boat was lost in the middle of the sea during the storm and left to feel the forces of nature. 7. They were drinking lots of water because it was hot, but this meant they had to stop the car to answer the call of nature several times on the journey. Now, can you guess this expression in bold? Going back to nature, comes as second nature, and so on. As usual, I will support you and lend you a hand. Let's have a look to this expression. Expression number 1, go back to nature. Definition: to return to a simple kind of life in the country away from cities and crowds. Example: our trip to the country made us think of going back to nature. 2. Comes as a second nature, to do something very easily and naturally. Example: using technology comes as second nature for many young people. 3. It's only human nature to be part of the ways of behaving, thinking, and feeling that are shared by most people and are considered to be normal. Be in one's nature, to be a part of the usual way that person behaves according to their character. Example: it's not in his nature to do something like that. Be a good-natured person, to be kind, friendly, sociable, patient when dealing with people. Example: she is a very caring and good-natured person. The forces of nature, the power of the wind, rain, etc., especially when it causes damage or harm. Example: the house had been exposed to the forces of nature for too long. Last one, answer the call of nature. To go to the toilet. Example, he went upstairs to answer the call of nature. Now, let's move to the next page. Reading. Look at the titles and picture. What do you think the text is about? First of all, before we practice reading, let's have a look here at this question. Question number 1. Are there any animal that you would consider intelligent? Why? Second, what characteristics make humans different from animals? First of all, I will discuss this with you. From my point of view, we have many examples of animals that consider intelligent. For instance, parrots are intelligent animals because they can imitate human voices, utter words, and even form very simple sentences. Secondly, monkeys are also considered to be very intelligent. Besides being curious, monkeys also teach their young that they need to know and pass this knowledge from one to another generation to the next. In addition to this, they use tools, medicine, and language like us. Second question. What do you think about characteristics, features that make humans different from animals? Yes, of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted humans a highly developed brain and have developed a sophisticated language system and culture. Apart from that, humans have the ability to distinguish between the right and wrong and behave more civilized than most animals. Now, let's have a look here on the reading text. Amazing animals, big love. It's your turn to read the text. Text number 1 about elephant. Text number 2 about clever crows. The last text about dolphins. Now, after you finish reading, let's have a look here to that question. Read the text again. Write E for elephant, C for crow, or D for dolphin. Before we practice reading, I ask you once again to go back to this text, and here, as usual, I draw your attention to some new words meaning in order to help you to understand and reply to the question. First definition: extraordinary, special and unusual. Example: the pictures in the book are quite extraordinary. Wisdom. Definition: the ability to make sensible decisions and give good advice because of the experience and knowledge that you have. Example: the older you get, the more wisdom you have. Evident, clear, easy to see. Example: what had happened became evident the following morning. Tool, an instrument you use to do special job, such as repairing something. Example: my father keeps all his tools in the garage. Herd, a group of animals of the same type. If you travel through the English countryside, you will often see herds of cows. Devoted, loving, caring about someone or something very much. Example: he was devoted to helping others people. Blossom, the verb to become more healthy, confident, or successful. Their friends blossomed into love. Odd. Odd means unusual. Her behavior today is odd. Next, recover, to regain health. Sally needs time to recover from the operation. Sanctuary, A place where wild birds or animals are protected and live safely. The class did a project on their visit to the bird sanctuary. Acre. The unit of measurement for a large area of land. 1 acre is equal to about 4,000 square meters. The fire destroyed 20 acres of forest. Loyal. Staying true to somebody or something or being honest. The dog stayed loyal to its owner. Once again, read this free text and answer the following question. Question C and D. And for more application, let's go to the student book page, workbook page 67. Thank you for listening and have a nice time, my best and dear